Happy New Year, happy Monkey fam. Wishing you all a great 2024. Remember, your presence is a present. Things will get greater later, and always choose happy.
Ready.
All right, how you feeling, Vlad?
Like the heavyweight champion of the world, like Muhammad Ali.
Miss Snow. You
I
ready
feel
to get
great.
it
I feel great.
all
Thank
right,
you for
all
asking.
right. Burger.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We back. This is the new year, and we back strong. You know, again, this is, Happy Monkey. This is what we do, guys. We mix cultures, and today, this is why I'm very, very happy to have these guests here today. But before we get into that, I know we got our shit to talk a little bit. We got some cannabis talk and some back and forth, and before we introduce the queens here, say what's up, Vlad. What's going on?
I'm just happy to be here. 2024. You know we're gonna put the numbers on the score. So let's see what's going on. What David got for us for 2024?
What you got, my man?
What's up, everybody? Happy 2024. No, I want to just jump into it. You know, this has been a crazy year for us. Like in 2023, we got 2024 cooking up. Tell the people what we got in the pipeline. Just give them little teasers. You know what I'm saying, for the listeners.
Well, we could definitely talk about. We definitely want car licenses. We could talk about that, right? We could mention that. Vlad won in Manhattan. I won one in Brooklyn. So we'll be coming to a theater near you soon. That's 2024. That's what we're looking like. You know, we got the merch popping. We on and popping. You know, the lifestyle is popping. We finally got the podcast popping, and you know, we got the opportunity. Now we got an opportunity to kind of do what we used to do at the lounge, right? Kind of bring everybody together one way or another. I think this is kind of like how we doing it for 2024. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Did I say? Forget.
Well, you know, it's just that, you know, we just been like in practice mode. But you know, the way you play is how you practice for the last 2 years. In 2024, you know, practice is over. We're coming soon to a theater near you. We're bringing the vibe, because you know your vibe attracts your tribe, and you know we bringing cannabis to Manhattan and Brooklyn. You know, the rest, stay tuned.
Yeah.
100%. Real quick, talk about that little trophy to your left.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. So we definitely this year, if you didn't know what we was doing, we definitely had a dope ass collaboration with the Museum of Sex, and we bought cannabis to the Museum of Sex, ladies and gentlemen, and for it we won a Clio award. If you don't know what the Clio is, that's basically like the Grammys of advertisement, right? So we were able to kind of advertise, the way cannabis is being displayed to the world, right? So, at this point, we the kings of events in New York City when it comes to cannabis. Nobody has done, the collaborations we've done so far. We've taken it to another level, and we plan to, in the future to continue these type of situations. But yeah, we're proud to wear the Clio, and what you think about that, my man?
What I think about that is the segue
he gonna get into it.
to what we got going on here today, right now. The reality is that before we came along, nobody was catering to the creators of everything and what makes everything a vibe, which was females. And because females feel comfortable coming to the lounge, coming to the events, is why we won that award, which leads to me introducing our guest today. We got from Bushwick, Brooklyn, my sister from another mother, Ivory Snow. Y'all know she get that dope.
What's up?
And, she's an entrepreneur, reality star, etc. Then we all know Queens get the money. We got Dayburger in here.
Queens, okay.
What's going on, man? Artist extraordinaire,
Yes.
Entrepreneur as well. So we know you getting it popping.
We from New York. You know how we gotta get
Absolutely.
it. Like,
Yeah, I'm happy to have y'all, right? Because the whole thing, our whole spiel from the beginning is kind of like bringing like all sorts of different people and different cultures into the cannabis world, right?
Yeah.
And just because people smoke weed, you don't necessarily know what's going on as far as weed and legal or even illegal, right? People just see trap shops, but you don't understand what's happening behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the opportunity kind of for us to kind of mix worlds, and you guys are in the entertainment business, right? This is kind of like we in the weed world, and this is kind of like our way to kind of merge into the entertainment businesses, right? So this is kind of like, give us your take, right? So I'm gonna start like this. Give us your first experience getting high, right?
Oh my God.
Give me age, give me place, give me what type of weed was it? Maybe it was a joint, maybe it was a bong. I don't know. Hit me.
Being from Queens, me and my best friend at the time, we started with the Reggies, y'all. I'm not gonna hold
See,
you.
Of course.
people be fronting, yo.
That good
see?
Queens
people
chocolate.
be fronting, acting like
you
they ain't start
know,
with Reggie.
Crush it up good enough, put your fronto in your paper, and it felt great at the time. You know, like, we like, oh yeah, this is new. Like, we partying.
Yeah.
4 Locos and some Reggies, like, it was up.
It was lit.
That's a real New York shit right there. She said 4 locals and it was lit.
And
Let's
when
go.
Reggie stopped working, that's when you like, all right,
It's
now
time to upgrade,
okay, time
right?
to
Right.
like, what is this?
So
now you
what-
smelling it. You trying to get some mids, you know.
Because now you're talking about my era, so give us like the environment,
Music
the
of the time.
situation, what's
Yeah.
happening
Oh,
at that
man.
time.
So that's when, I know I'm from Queens, but that's probably around when I did move to Bushwick. I moved to like kind of borderline Bed-Stuy Bushwick, and that's where I was really starting to wild out. Because now I'm in Brooklyn, I'm right off the J line. Like, all my friends could come like right to my crib right there. So yeah, and it's my crib, so we was lighting it up, trying shit, you know, just rolling shit, dipping the spliff in honey, because we can. We're bored. Like, we want to make these mids last as best as we can. So
Right,
we
right.
just, you know, being kids, getting high.
Love that.
How about you, Ivory Snow? When was your first time high was going down?
I think it was Dro. I think the
The
first week.
She
Dro.
just jumped right in.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I
and I
remember
couldn't
the
stop
Dro.
laughing. I remember I just had the giggles. Like,
What was
I
it,
just
like a
kept
joint?
laughing.
It was like a
they, no, I believe she rolled it in a Dutch.
Like a blunt. So
A
she had a
blunt.
big old blunt.
I had a big old blunt of Dro, and I just could not stop laughing.
Oh my god.
Like, that's all I remember. And then I got used to it.
She had the bougie first high. She ain't had to,
got
she ain't had to,
high.
yeah, she ain't had to
I
pick
got
out no
real
seeds
high.
or stem and shit like that.
I got high.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to them blunts. I was like, I don't know. I just adapted to the papers right away, most so. So I like a joint, little spliff. Don't forget my fronto or that grabber. That grabber.
When did you figure out, like, yo, fuck it, like, you know what? I like this shit. This is what I'm gonna do. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's kind of like once you start, you just kind of in it, you know? It's not like other drugs, you know, you do it one time and you hook for life, like, you know, so you got to be careful, you know. But the weed, it was like, I'm chilling, I'm good, I feel creative. Again, the 4 Locos, we boosted, like, it felt, life was good.
Cause for me, right, we were trying all those things, right? At the time, you know, we talking the 90s, right? So we drinking 40s.
Well, it wasn't the 90s.
And the
for me.
OEs and all different shit, right? So we drinking liquor and we
Yeah.
drinking, but at some point it was like, I like weed more than alcohol, right? So for me, it was kind of like 16, 17, and it was like, yeah, I could drink alcohol, but that's not really my thing,
I hear you.
you know? Once I could afford the good weed
Yeah,
on
you
my
like,
own,
this is really where
yeah,
I'm
that's
at.
it. It was like, that's it. This is where it's at for me. You know what I mean? So Miss Spicy, first of all, I'm gonna let y'all. We gonna talk about the little phone call because this is Spicy earlier, right?
Oh, yeah,
David was
this
there.
one, you gotta watch out for
Nah,
this
I
one.
love it because that was the whole point. I was like, we go this, you know, bring it.
This is what we do.
Absolutely. She was
New
like,
York
yo, don't
energy.
mind me. I get spicy sometimes. I said, it's all good, baby. This is what we do. I'm
said,
from New
"Baby,
York.
baby."
Yeah, I'm from New York. Like, it ain't nothing. Like, you know, we got tough skin. Like, you get spicy. Like, this is what we here for.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah, cause you know, she was like, if you ain't in the know, you know, you gotta be in tune, and I'm like, yeah,
do.
so
You
put me
have to be in
on.
tune.
So put me on. This
Gotta
is
be in
why we here.
tune.
This is
Gotta
why
be
we
in
here.
tune.
So
Keep your ear to the streets.
You have to.
So
That's
Ivory
what
Snow.
you
So
said.
explain to me how you know you go from Bushwick to reality TVs to starting a record label.
what
Give
it
me that
was?
Yeah,
journey.
you got everything. Give me
Break-
yeah.
break-
You know
how you
what's
became
so
this Renaissance
funny?
woman?
You know what's so funny? I was looking for a job, and I just so landed, like, when I was 19, I landed on a post that said reality casting. I was like, reality casting, I'm looking for a job. You know what? I think I should go. And I asked one of my friends, should I go? They were like, yeah, go.
What was it?
It was for Road Rules Real World.
MTV.
MTV. And I saw a long ass line, and I just was like, oh, I'm not waiting on this line. And I guess the casting director, because I was on the phone, casting director heard me say, oh, I'm not waiting on this line. And she came over to me, gave me a pamphlet, and was like, you don't have to wait online. Here, fill this out. She was like, I like your outfit. I like what you got on. I was like, okay, thank you. I go, I start filling out the thing. Then they had like a group interview. Out of the table interview, she put me to the side. And then it just kept going. Like, they kept calling me back, calling me for another interview, and another one, and another. To the point where I was just like, all right, miss, this is getting ridiculous. Like, when are y'all going to pick a cast member already?
Word.
So I finally got the phone call. Gentleman Murray was like, oh, you're casted for Road Rules. And the first thought in my head was like, what? So literally my response was like, what? Not Real World? And she was like, no, we casted you for Road Rules. And I was like, oh. And she was like, do you still want to be in Road Rules? And I was like, yeah, I guess.
Right.
Like,
Like, fuck it, let's run with it.
They
guess.
knew you was ready
Right.
for the challenge, you know?
But I really...
They wanted the New York girl. That's what it was. You know what I mean?
So they put me in there.
So break down what is Road Rules and how does that show work?
So Road Rules is like the sister show to Real World. It takes place in an RV, and you go from city to city or town to town in an RV doing challenges.
We're strangers, like just like the real
With
world.
strangers.
Fuck
in an
that! I'm
RV.
not doing that.
In an RV, and it's like confined,
Yeah.
comparted, like it's confined, condensed living quarters. So it's like makes everything, I guess, more intense.
Right.
And so it's supposed to be like whatever. That experience was really good. They tried something new. It was newbies versus the veterans.
The OG.
The OGs.
The OGs too.
So like all the OGs, like the Shane, the Veronicas, and Veronica was like a big deal because she was like super hot. Everybody loved Veronica. She was on like Semester at Sea or some shit. Like we were all like into these shows like back in the day. Like niggas Road Rules, Real World. Like niggas was really.
I
on
remember
that.
Real World. Yeah.
Yeah, niggas was
I
really
remember
like
that.
watching it. Like then Bad Girls came. Gentleman Murray was also the same producers of Bad Girls, so I got the phone call to do Bad Girls. So that's how I ended up in that season, Miami, in the first episode with the clip. So that's how Natalie. That's how I kind of got in the loop with that. Niggas know, you know,
Now,
from
yeah,
there.
that's it. Now you in the
In the
now you in the
So-
real world, real reality.
The
world,
real world. She's in
reality.
the real world.
Yeah.
Give us the pros and the cons of being on these shows. How do you see it after being on there?
I say the pros are the experience, like actually doing all of these cool things, like the challenges that I did, like running from one track, the trailer to the other in like a balance beam, and having like a bungee cord attached to me, and
It was
actually
real physical.
yeah, and
That's
actually
crazy.
like physical, like having to go up a sand dune with fucking tires.
Did you watch Real World and Road Rules and shit like that, David?
I watched Real World, but I don't think I've seen Road
Road
World.
World.
Road was
Yeah.
the challenge. I remember it was called
Yeah.
like the challenge, and they did
And
mad stuff.
it's just it I think the challenges were the fun part because
Yeah.
it pushes you, and like you
Nice.
win a cash prize, and like I like that aspect of it, and I also like the drama. I like, you know, the fighting. The fighting was fun.
Of course.
You're from Brooklyn, of
Shit was
course.
like that was like
She said,
It's
"Who won it?"
fun, and then it's like obviously they wanted me to do it again on Bad Girls.
of
You know,
course,
you understand
of
what I'm
course,
saying?
of course. I was in Jamaica when they was filming Bad Girls Club in Jamaica. So I don't know how long because that was a long time ago. So I was like, nah, I ain't trying to be on camera, especially back then. You already know. I was like, nah, we was in hedonism, all right? So that shit is a whole different world.
Yeah, that's like that sex.
Yeah. I was bucket naked. That shit was
Not
no
bucket
joke.
naked.
Bucket naked. I was with the mother of my child. She know what it is. It was lit. That shit was
What
lit.
does she know? You know, and
Okay,
it's like a
period.
good time.
It is
Yeah.
a good time.
Shit was fun as hell. But they was filming. They was on the other side of the beach. They had like the whole side or whatever. They was filming. I was like, yeah, nah, we not.
But yeah, that's
How did you do that? How you go from that to DJing
so
and music and labels and all that?
Once I came back from the reality circuit, I kind of like started, you know, meeting industry personalities, and I've always kind of like rapped, but like freestyling ciphers and shit. And so just me meeting all of these people, I met Harv Pierre, the president of Bad Boy. Then it was like Chufu, which was, you know, I was writing for this girl named Roxy Cottontail, and Chufu saw me writing for her, so he was like, wait, like, you should be recording. So he kind of had me recording with him, whatever. He's Lady Gaga's tour DJ. So, and he worked for Bad Boy as well. So it was like we had a lot in common. He saw a lot in me, just like through writing and things like that. And then I took his turntables. I hijacked him for his shit. I was like, "You're not using these, right?" He was like, he just looked at me. He was like, "No." I was like, "I'm gonna put these to use."
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just fell in love with that. I just felt like being an artist is so much work. So kudos to you, sis. Because like this girl is like so underrated. Like she works so hard. Like I see it as like her friend and just like being there and seeing what it takes to be Dayburger. Like it's insane.
Look,
I didn't want to do that. I was like, no, I'm good.
I love the wave. I love the wave, right? Because when we first started doing events, right, my first thing, and you could ask him, I wanted to only hire female DJs, right? Because they're gonna bring a different vibe. This was my thing, right? They're gonna bring vibes for the girls, not necessarily for us. Like dudes go come no matter where.
Guys play for the guys.
Yeah, like so it's like So I was like, I want the female vibe, right? And at the time, it's not like we had like an enormous budget to get like whoever was the biggest DJ at the time. So we was trying to find whoever's like our our local princess. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
somebody on.
Yeah, and it wasn't many at the time. I'm talking 2017.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It wasn't many at the time. So once we found our princess, we latched on to her, and then from there on we kind of just kept on with the trend. Any major event that we could have DJs, we only hire big female DJs, right?
Shout out Sailor Goon, Odalis, DJ Aqua.
Yep.
Omi, DJ Omi.
The other one, Blue Dream. She did the Last Prisoner project for us that one time. Blue Diamond.
Yeah, she's been making moves.
So
Dayburger, how you go from Queens to Bushwick to making the industry sick with your music, being an entrepreneur, products. Give us your journey. How did all that pop off?
It all started way back in the time. High school, best dressed, best dancer.
Good.
So I was like head of the dance team, just always dancing. So people knew I would always do something probably in fashion or dancing. That was just my thing. I mean, crazy hair. I used to like dye my bangs and just do stuff with my hair. So it was just always like, she fly, she from Queens, but like that girl, like what is she on? Yeah, like she like moving, like she just a little different. So that was that. Went to Fashion Institute for a while, so I did follow that.
FIT?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did accessory design, so I'm still heavily affected. All my fashion is about accessories, sunglasses. I just be adding stuff, so that was that. And then Little Mama was having backup calls for backup dancers, open calls. And I went, and kind of like that, they kept calling me back. I actually was working for the Board of Education at that time. I kid y'all not.
Wow.
I was
you was
a
grinding.
sub.
You was
I
grinding.
was a sub, like
Fuck
because
it.
I was young. Your mom said you gotta work, so I did that.
Yeah, you do. Fuck
and
that.
it kind of like aligned itself because I kept kind of calling out of there to keep going for these callbacks, and I'm like, cause that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool, the kids and all that, but I see an opportunity. They like me. I keep coming back. I love to dance. And I was able to be a part of her tour for a while. I traveled the U.S. It was the Chris Brown Up Close and Personal tour.
Mama.
We were the openers.
Little Mama.
We were the openers. It was Soulja Boy on there, Sean Kingston. So I really got a taste of it. And I was young at the time. So it was just, amazing to see and travel and just be around and get to dance on stage. We did the garden and everything.
Now you're in the loop.
So now when the tour's over, of course, you like...
What's
next?
But from that, somebody who actually saw me dance a Little Mama, I went to a store called Patricia Field. Not sure if you guys are familiar. She's iconic. She's the stylist for Sex and the City.
Okay.
Ugly Betty.
Sounds familiar.
Devil Wears Prada.
Makes
so
sense.
if you're into that and follow that, there's a cult following for Sex and the City. So
absolutely, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
West Village.
Yes,
I know.
Yes. It was on the Bowery. Big, beautiful boutique. I mean, to see it was like to be in awe because it was just awesome. And I worked there, and I thought I looked pretty awesome, and they thought so, too. So it was, I worked there for many years, and I built a lot of plugs and connections and networked. And that's when I'm like, all right, let me move to Brooklyn, because I need to be, closer to the job, closer to this is where it's at. Start hosting parties, started performing. I started putting my music together, and I performed at a lot of Patricia Field events. Then I started doing Contra Mumia, all these little places in the LES.
I
around
remember that.
Dark Room.
Gotcha.
Used to be up in these holes, just like shutting it down with my friends, the same ones. I was smoking the Reggies and drinking the Four Locos with.
Now they outside.
Now we outside in some weird,
That's what's
wonky places, but we getting it lit.
Right.
We standing on couches. You know, you sleeping on somebody's couch. You know, you couch surfing a while because you just sleeping. We was really. That's when the hipsters started partying with the hood. It was like a real time, and it was called kind of like the scene. It was the scene. So it's like the hood didn't care. They was like kind of mingling with, you know, even some gay people. Like, it's all right, we all here to have a good time.
It's so
like,
good.
you know, everybody just came, put that shit on, you know. And we was all there, and it was a moment.
Yeah, man.
And I loved it, because that's kind of how I felt. Like, I'm from the hood, but, like, I had something different about me. So it's like, yeah, I still want to party with hood people, but I do want to party with a mixed crowd. And it was, like, the beginning of the mixed crowds, if you ask me. And I was one of the key performers in that trend and that transformation, so.
How you go from there to launching your products and your accessories that you told me about?
So that just came with time. You know, eventually you want merch, you need merch. And before I like kind of started really doing the music thing, I think I invented the tutorial. I think I really did, because I was showing them how to mix these lipsticks together and just like creating stuff. It was, and I don't do a lot of them, but that was one that I did, and it went viral. Even to this day, people are like, I saw your lipstick, and that thing's like 13 years old now. And I was showing them about lip stuff. So ever since then, like, people kind of send me lip stuff. And I say, you know what? Like, one day I'm going to have my own lip line. Because, like, that, you know, people like that from me. And it just, I'm always wearing lip gloss and different things. I'm like, I'm going to make my own. And eventually I did. And I've tried different formulas, different packaging. And I love where it's at now. And shop lip gravy, y'all.
Why burger? Why Day Burger? Because we're Munchie people here, so I'm like, why she named herself after burger? Was it a nice burger that you ate one day and it's like, fuck it, this is what
it kind of started randomly. Again, at the time, me and my best friend, we used to just get tattoos. That's when the tattoos was popping off too. We used to go on the Ave. You know, you go down to like Murder Inc. or somewhere.
Oh man.
Shout out to Yaya. I don't know if he's still there. But he used to just do little random ones. Because, you know, you want to go in there, like, I got $30, like, hook me up. So I was like, I want something random. Like, so I said, what if I get, like, I love New York, but, like, something that's not the love. Like, just something random, like a burger or something. And she's like, yeah, like, you should. So we drafted it up, and I got the I Burger New York. So this tattoo is kind of what kicked it off.
York.
That's funny.
So when people say, like, what does that mean? I'm like, I eat New York. Like, it's mine. Like, I'm eating
like
New York up. Like, you hungry? Like, what's up? Like, I got this. So
That's dope.
On MySpace, I was Burger Babe. Then it turned
MySpace.
Burger
I'm on
Babe
MySpace.
was setting it off. And then
Burger Babe.
I couldn't take Burger Babe to Twitter, so I was like, well, my name's Day Burger.
Day
And
Burger.
that's when she was born on
That's when
Twitter.
Day Burger was born.
Yeah, and it's a Day Burger. It's how, you know, like, you don't know what you might get. It might be a
So like Ramon said,
variety.
we big on the Munchie tip. So I want to know both of y'all takes on like favorite Munchie spots, restaurant that y'all go to when the Munchies hit.
my kitchen.
Ooh, what you
a
whipping
good
up?
Cinnamon rolls. I'm popping them in the oven.
She was ready, right, David? She was ready.
With the icening. I need some extra icening too. Ooh, I got a sweet tooth that's through the roof. So as soon as I'm like Munchie ready,
It's going down.
I need some sweets.
Yeah, the sweet's gonna be the death of me. How about you, Miss?
I like the chocolate chip cookies.
Mm.
You can always pop those in the oven, or you could get some from Insomnia or
I
Chip.
love Insomnia.
I love Chip. Have you ever had Chip?
No.
Chip is like a really, really good cookie place. It just breaks off. The cookies are like
They're big. They're like Levain cookies. They're
So
big.
you,
my man.
This guy's a,
David
this guy's
is
a
a
cookie
David-
connoisseur.
He's our Munchie connoisseur right there.
Oh, my
Been
God.
Chip NYC, Chip
oh
City.
my
We here.
God, it's so yummy. You have to try it.
How about restaurants that you go get food when
Oh
you
my
go to
God.
Munchies?
There's an Italian restaurant in Long Island and a fondue spot in Long Island
Whoa.
that I love.
Fondue.
That ain't Munchies. That's dinner. Like,
Wow.
Yes.
that's real
But,
deal.
but it's
Wow.
Munchie and dinner at the same time.
Yeah, 'cause
because
the fondue is
the
like,
fondue and
yeah.
then the chocolate fondue.
Because you dip all sorts of shit
Oh
in the
my
I've
fondue.
done a
God,
ton of
it's
fondue.
so good.
We do a fondue.
I would love a
What's
fondue.
your dinner spot?
We've done fondue,
That-
right? We've hosted the fondue.
Let's say like a night like tonight is getting late. I'm going to Empanada Mama's.
Banana Mama. That's on our list.
That's on our list. That's definitely on our list.
I love you, girl.
They gonna have to send us a free tray over here for that one.
The green and red sauce. We need both of them.
Tell Mama I said what up.
Yo, word up.
Yeah,
That's
because
definitely on
it's
our
like,
list.
well, so the reason we talk about it is because y'all born and raised in New York. See, I know what it is, but like people that's not don't really know. Like after midnight, there's only some few key spots: Empanada Mama, Blue Ribbon, Joe's Pizza, Capella's. There's only a few.
You gotta go.
spots. You gotta
Unless
get
you
the
wanna
loop.
go all the way uptown.
Woha.
Woha. You know what I mean?
So somebody that's not from NY after midnight, they kind of stuck because they don't know the spots like we know.
The chimichurri spot.
Yeah, you gotta go uptown. That's it. You're just gonna have to go uptown, go to Harlem, and that's it. Go Washington Heights, go to Dykeman. That's it. Cause ain't nothing popping.
My people was
downtown.
here from Canada recently, and we performed at Mercury Lounge, which is right down the block. Of course, it ended late, and they like, where we going? I'm like, Empanada Mama's. Told everybody, put a bug in their ear. Meet me at Empanada Mama. And everybody came. We went to Empanada Mama's, and it was a party.
You can't lose that Empanada Mama. That's a late night.
Yeah,
That's a late night short
and they
shot.
was open. They like, oh, why don't we have these? They wish they had one in Canada so bad.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the White Castle over there, like in Bushwick on like Wyckoff, or is it Myrtle?
Gotta be careful with that White Castle.
They used to
Take it from Dave
You
They used to have parties there.
They used to have parties?
Yeah, speakers.
You definitely
They
gotta-
used to bring the
nah.
speakers, and like people used to be in there like an after hours, like an after.
They had the
I
afties
ain't
at
mad at
White
the
Castle.
afties in the
That's
White
some New
Castle.
York shit.
They did. I swear.
Yo, so since we were talking about earlier, y'all both born and raised in New York. How
I
do
was
y'all
born in New
feel?
York. I was born in Puerto Rico.
You was born in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, but you were raised in New York. You've been here for a while.
Right? Shit. Nah. You gotta claim that. Claim that.
So how y'all feel about like when y'all started smoking early? Like you said, you know what I mean? You smoked the dro, you smoked the backyard boogie, the chocolate, whatever we was all smoking. To like what it is now. Did y'all think y'all would ever see this? How do you feel about this explosion in the last 2 years happening in New York when it's weed everywhere?
It's stuff crazy to see, like,
Right.
and they everywhere. It's like a couple on every block. So I kind of think they
On
all
every
OD
block,
in
like
a little.
three.
It's like,
Like three.
Who we supposed to go? You
Four.
think like? I mean, I guess there's that much business, but it is becoming, and I
Overwhelming.
hope it doesn't become oversaturated because there's people who's in it like
Well,
for the
how
love
about-
of it.
But
Yeah.
how
Some
about
people
the,
just see the dollar sign, and it's like, come on, y'all.
how about the little kids?
crowding the
though?
block now.
Like the little kids. Like I don't know. It's
Oh,
it's
she's
like
using
a,
lip gravy, by the way.
Yes, I am. I'm using lip gravy. Everybody.
What? Hold on. What is that? We ain't gonna hold on.
Lip gravy.
We ain't gonna just.
Dayburger's lip gravy right
It's
here.
a gloss.
Hold on.
That one's
It's a
from
gloss.
the Drip Kit.
That's
It
her
comes
product.
with 7 different colors, all cool colors. Glitters. Some have glitters. Some are shimmery. And yeah,
And
good
it's
for
so
touch ups during your interviews.
Yeah.
As you can see, right, going down in the boulevard.
Yes.
So yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Dave Burger, because when we had a lounge on 38th Street by Times Square, 2017, he told you, there was probably like a handful of trap shops in the whole city. Right now, the last count is in New York State, there's like 5,000 to 8,000.
That's
So the
that's
shit,
sickening, right?
like you said, it went crazy.
Oh, that's foul.
It's
That's
kinda
foul.
crazy. So yeah, man. So and then there's another thing too. Like I want to know your opinion. Like it's not just only dudes like us. There's a lot of females popping in this legal cannabis
Yeah,
thing too.
I mean, yeah. why
Creating,
not?
it's creating a lot of lane for different
No, there's
females that got it
there's a
popping.
couple of females that I know. I don't know if you know this company called Tribe Tokes.
Yeah,
That's our friend Kim
What's
B.
the other
Kim
one that
B.
your girl
That's the
runs?
homie.
That's our
Canna
hub,
Lush.
yeah.
Lush, yeah.
Yeah,
Canna Lush as
absolutely.
Even their marketing is like
Shout out to
girly.
Days
We like
and Kim
that.
B. Tribe Tokes, yeah.
well. Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell y'all why, right? Because we learned this, right? Because we had no idea how heavy female shoppers are. So, like we told you, we was just, making it comfortable for females because we know without females, there's no vibe.
Yeah, the
Nothing
party's
works.
garbage.
But what we didn't know, ladies, was that
What y'all didn't
we
know?
downtown and and we like, you getting free, you good. They're like, what you mean we getting free? Where's the dispensary at? We got our money
Right.
and
Ooh.
spend more money than the dudes.
Oh, that's but that be the case.
They were stunting.
There's
Because
bulls
what they
kids
into,
doing that
they
too.
spend money on.
Yeah, they were stunting.
Yeah, they don't want that
that's that.
garbage. They don't want the backyard green.
Because we had grown folk walking in there. That's another thing. You know what I mean? We might have been a speakeasy, but we didn't have kids come in there. Right?
Yeah,
we had the
kids,
grown
you could
folks
sell
coming in
them
there. You know what I
anything,
mean?
I'm sure.
So we didn't have that. You know what I mean? We were exclusive, and we were able to kind of like provide that exclusivity for grown folks, right? So the grown ladies, bosses is walking in there, right? So they're like, yeah, cool and all that, but let me see what you got, type shit. You know what I mean? And they, what I learned is you're better shoppers than we are, right? Because we're kind of like, just give me like the weed. If we like this flower, let me get weed. You guys want to like see everything.
Smell, know the effects. Is it sativa? Is it a body high? Is it a head high?
Give me everything,
What
though.
high
Yeah,
am I
that
going
look.
to
What
have
kind of
tonight?
terpenes, etc.
That looks cute. That looks nice.
What's y'all take on edibles?
Nah, edibles is great, but you gotta dose yourself correctly, or you're going to the upper moon.
I'm scared of edibles, and it'll take me fast on a long ride.
You gonna knock out. You gonna knock the fuck out.
You gotta go to sleep.
Yeah. I'm not an edible fan. Like I'm not a person who's gonna take a lot of edibles. I'd rather just smoke and shit like that and keep it moving. But edibles, I don't know. What do you guys? Do you guys rather edible than smoke or smoke?
Smoke is. It's
Preferable.
just the action of it. The rolling, there's a thing to it, a rhetoric. The edibles may be in case of emergency, if there's no bud around, or you got a long flight and can't,
Or just for
it's
like
more like a
sleeping,
backup
maybe.
plan. It's totally a backup plan. And I take a tank, I go like this.
Nah.
Because I don't want to be tweaked off, I ain't tweaking off that.
So, ladies, we're here in 2024. We told y'all when it comes to Happy Munkey, we're gonna settle the score because we're about to, go in. So I want to know, Dave Burger, Ivory, what should people be looking out for 2024 and how y'all coming?
Let them know, boo.
I feel like there's a lot of great things coming in 2024. I will be bringing in 2024 in Miami, so I'll be down there with a few artists. We have some stuff that we're gonna take care of and bringing in the new year, probably with Baby Bass. She's
Shout out Baby
DJing.
Bass.
Yeah, shout out to Baby Bass. She's DJing out there, so I will be with her, and we're just gonna be making some moves in Miami, coming back to take over New York even more. But most likely it's gonna be a back and forth 2024 from Miami to New York. I'm gonna definitely be flying back and forth.
Well, they call it the sixth borough anyway. It's for the New Yorkers
Right.
anyway.
That's what Black like.
And that's a
Down 2
fact.
hours.
That's a
You
fact.
there.
How about you, Dave? I know you ain't coming to play with them.
Oh,
Bird
nah,
2024.
well, so I got some things already rolling. So I do have an EP dropping. Yes, it's dropping on my birthday,
When is your birthday?
which is February 13th.
Okay.
So look forward to that. It's called Daydreamin', spelled D-A-R, dreaming.
And you dropped
Dreamin'.
something recently.
And I dropped the first single off of it. And it's basically a 3-part visual. So, it ends kind of on a to be continued note because the next video is coming, which will then lead us to the EP. So I'm just taking y'all on a little journey, just reminding people to never give up and keep going for your dreams. Because, again, I'm just a girl from Queens, and I've been around the world just off of making music,
What's
talking
your
my
favorite
shit,
place?
and staying true to myself. So...
Well,
I'm
ladies,
ready
I
to
believe
keep dropping it.
2024 is gonna be yours. So
Oh, it
I got
is.
faith in y'all.
Make
It's
sure-
ours.
make
It's
sure-
already yours.
Make sure y'all let them know where to find y'all at. What I don't know,
Oh, yeah,
websites,
facts.
social medias, what?
Day Burger, D-A-I
Day
Burger,
Burger.
spelled like a regular burger. So D-A-I Burger, and that's on all platforms, streaming platforms, all social accounts. So hit me up, and I'm social media active. I'm responsive.
People
I
love
love interacting with my fans.
People love that.
I pull up on my fans. I invite my fans to stuff if I know I'm in their city, and
Yeah,
that's
for
how I really
sure.
keep the love always going. And they'll ask me back to other cities just because I've built that friendship through online most of the time. So hit me up, and I'm always ready to work, and I could pull up in your city at any time.
Real quick though, we ain't gonna let this go, David. Though she got the grabber.
yeah.
Talk about
She
it.
like her joint spicy.
Spicy. Pour it out.
Spicy.
Pour it
Oh
out.
man, I don't know. What do you?
Unbranded though, it gotta be the unbranded.
It gotta be the
one.
unbranded.
I see some. You got the labels. I don't know you.
I'm not a grabber fan, but
Right.
that's so New York. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? That's like definitely right now in this moment in time in this generation, grabber is definitely a signature. whether you like it or not, right?
Everybody got their recipe.
Are you an extra spice kind of girl?
No, I like a nice balance. So depending on the amount of green,
Nice
match
balance.
the grabber, make sure you got a balance
The whole
going.
green with the brown.
Say that again.
You don't cover the whole green with the brown.
Oh yeah, nah. That one is gonna kick, like, you know. I like a kick, but not a drop kick, not a death kick.
Right.
Yeah. I like to take my time, and I can't be coughing through the damn thing. So.
Also, I want to bring up the future is streaming. I just want to say that.
Oh
So
yeah.
make sure y'all start like actually making money on these apps that actually pay you to stream.
Like what? You gotta go. You gotta drop that kick jewelry.
Now you gotta kick game.
Tell them when to go.
Now you gotta kick game.
Now I gotta kick game.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not. I mean, we're not talking OnlyFans. You can't show no nudity. You can't.
None. They'll block
They'll
you.
block you.
They'll
They will
block you.
drop you so quick and so fast. No nudity. No, you know what I'm saying? Overly exposed clothing. You have to be dressed appropriately. It's very PG-13, and you can't show kids. You can't be racist. Like you gotta be, you know. But you can make money on here.
Yeah, the more people that gravitate to your energy or whatever you talking
Right.
about. Some people don't even talk. You could just sit there if they like to look at you enough. Like they
They
might
gift
make it
you.
rain on
I mean,
you.
I see the kids doing
Yeah,
this shit.
they
doing,
gift
I don't know.
you.
They
So
they
that's
doing
the
this
TikTok.
shit
It's
and doing and they
No,
getting
they
a
got-
bunch of money off that
The
shit.
NPC shit.
Yeah,
Nah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
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 that shit. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
they
fuck.
do that too.
So
So it's like
There's a lane.
It's like TikTok
There's
has it too.
definitely a
TikTok
lane.
Live. They just gift you. They have gifts.
What's the name of the joint?
They have TikTok. They have Bigo. They have Tag. They have Meet Me, Scout, Zeus, POF.
POF connects to them too.
Yeah. Kick.
Certain amount of
I guess
coins equals
they gonna be
real
sending
money.
us checks or something, right, David? What's going
Well,
on?
y'all
We getting
ask,
shit.
y'all
Something,
ask.
somebody gonna send us some money for
Dropping
this.
some serious gems right
Shit.
Hey, listen, I'm learning. I ain't know,
It's
man.
free money. It's free money.
Free money.
Make people gravitate towards you. That's the only thing. You just gotta like be who you are, and
do
people
it.
might like it.
live.
People
Let's
might
do
like
it.
it.
Live.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, that's the king alive over there.
Wake and bakes.
Now if
You might
like going
catch me
around, you
every
gotta go
week
live
Buys the
there.
badges on Instagram. So Instagram like wants to do it, but no one's buying the badges.
No, you gotta
It
you
feels
gotta go
weirder.
to the app and see the gifts.
Yeah, they make it rain.
They
sometimes.
make it rain. They have a dragon.
Shit, we gonna do wake and bakes. That's what we gonna do the
They
wake
got
and bakes at.
dragons, jets,
on live.
castles. They
On
got all
live.
types of gifts. You could throw tomatoes at people and shit. It's
What
mad
the?
funny.
and it turns into money.
It's the future.
You see, they gave y'all some free game, ladies and gentlemen. So you know you ain't got no excuses to be broke. 2024,
no.
go get
Can't
that
be
money.
broke now.
So
Come
so
on,
And
if
make
you got
money.
Wi-Fi and a phone,
so
you can make money.
so let's drop some cannabis news on them, Ramon. So Missouri,
Please
the
do.
show me state
Missouri.
is expunging 100,000 people that have records. Because for those that don't know, even though cannabis is legal like in 32, 33 states, there's still 40,000 people still in jail, and there's probably like millions of people with records. And what does that do? That stops you from getting any type of government job, stops you from getting into universities, etc. So it's so good they doing that, because even though it seems if you're in a legal state like we still not there, and there's still people suffering from the war on drugs and all the BS that they doing for just people smoking a plant.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
That's still, it's still going on right now.
If everyone's making money off of it, the people who have, it should, pass the blessing on down.
Yeah, and shout out Last Prisoner Project and all the other advocates who are, fighting for those people who are still in jail. So, and shout out to Missouri for making that big step.
Yeah, that's a big step right there, because like I said, these records hinder people's futures, so that's a step in the right direction. Then in New Jersey's medical program, it's cutting costs for registered enrollment because it's declining. So I guess it's making it cheaper for people to get their medical card because the sign up is declining. So now people get their cannabis for even lower, and more people can get access to the medicine.
Yeah, can we get that? Drop that gem, because I'm sure everyone would love to have their card.
Yeah, what's the cost of this card?
Well,
I
that's
think it's less than $100 now. Like all these people who were getting medical cards don't need them anymore because you can just go to a legal store now.
Oh wow!
Right?
because it's legit. You know what I mean?
But there's still people who need that medicine. You know what I'm saying? There's still, like children who use cannabis, things like that, legally and medicinally.
Medicinally.
For like seizures and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
there's
because
also
they don't
elderly
get
people,
what
too.
they don't do is flour. They get some sort of like oil or something like.
Because I was gonna say there is a fine line with the kids too, because all these shops are around like candy stores. Like, I'm hoping they just adhere to age limits and things like that, because
I think when we was growing up, or just for a long time, right? Even though there was spots, right? There was some sort of like order in those spots, right? Like if you were somebody's little brother or little cousin, they're like, nah, my man, you can't. You know what I mean? This ain't what it is, right? There was some sort of order.
I remember when I
Now
started
it's just
smoking, I had to go 3 blocks away. Like, I'm from 139th and Broadway. I was like 12, 13 years old. I had to go to like where people didn't know my family, because the OGs was like, nah, you too young, get out of here.
Right.
Because it was like you said, there was some sort of code of ethics when it came in.
It's like cigarettes. Like, come on, kid. Like,
come on,
like,
man,
go get someone. Like.
Then, for this year, for 2024, when it comes to the cannabis industry, I got some predictions. I think that, people really going to see what the New York market is about legally, because the last 2 years has just been like the appetizer. Ain't nobody really seen the main course. I think that you're going to see hundreds of stores open throughout the state, and I think you're going to see indoor in all the stores in 2024. So I really think that the market is going to ramp up. And not just Happy Monkey, but I think the Beast Coast is here, and New York's so nice they had to name it twice, and y'all really gonna see why.
New York.
Yeah, I think, and I'll reel it back just a little bit, right? I want everybody to kind of understand what's going on, right? Weed has been around for a very long time. This is not something that's brand new. Now, since there's a lot of different weeds, there's more strains. I love it. As a consumer, I love all the different strains and all the shits. Yeah. Boom, right? Weed has been around forever, right? That's cool. But now legal weed is a baby, right? So neither we, nor the state, nor media, nor anybody right now got it figured out, because we going along all kind of like together, right? Yeah. I'm not defending no sides. I'm just
some shit that hasn't been legal in 100 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Even alcohol was illegal for like 15 years, and then they brought it back. This is 100 years. Nobody.
Yeah, this shit has just been wild. The wild everywhere, right? It's just been wild, right? So now these states going one by one, they becoming legal, and they trying to figure out how to do it better, right? Because New York is starting with different shit that other states didn't do. They may be implementing some stuff that Chicago did, and like other states, right? But just I want everybody to kind of recognize that this is a brand new situation, and moving forward, there will be more stores opening, right? I think people will now understand. I would say like, I don't know, like second quarter, third quarter, by mid-year, people will now understand how hard it is to actually get these things going. You know what I mean? I don't think people understand. I think now they just hearing the glitz and the glamours, and they seeing people moving and shaking, and they seeing social medias and all this shit. I think they really gonna understand, oh shit, it wasn't that easy. It's not just like, it's still a business, and there's business people coming after this. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, you know what I mean? Like there's business people trying to come for this, right? And not they trying. They are doing. You know what I mean? They not playing around. They not like maybe, and they're like, they trying to get into a situation because they see business. So this is something that I think people won't. I'm saying it now so people don't realize it in the summer. You know what I'm saying? I want people to understand this shit ain't easy, and I want everybody to kind of like take a step back, breathe, and come get it with us, right? With everybody, right? Come trying to figure it out, because this shit ain't really for play. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you really want to get into this, get ready. And like you said, there's gonna be some stores opening. I think there's gonna be more grows. I think there's gonna be the indoors. I think that
Yeah, you think that's gonna be like more like maybe weed farms, like where you can buy little trees.
Of course, there's gonna be all that. I think there's gonna be. I think a lot of that is gonna be more available now.
Right.
A lot of that's gonna be more available next year, and that's the hope. The hope is that New York grows fast, right? Like, cause that's what we love, right? New York wants to grow so fast that everybody's like, yo, right? But there's a process. There's things that need to be done and need to be figured out, And once these things start figuring it out, that's it, bro. You know how New York is. Once we get it rolling, it's rolling.
At the end of the day, Rome wasn't built in a day, but the reality is that this is going to be the biggest transfer of wealth to people that look like us, black and brown people. And it ain't going to be easy, but it's worth the shot because there's not many industries where there's no people already gatekeeping, and we have the chance to be in that loop. That's a $5-6 billion industry in New York and $100 billion industry in the country. So 2024, come get yours. We are open to give out game, put anybody on. If you want to do the work, we ready to share the game.
Yeah.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. What happened?
Whoa. I don't want to end it that quickly. I'm curious. We talking about the two sides of the coin here. How hard it is to stand up a market. Talk to us about STIIIZY. Your people at STIIIZY over here.
What happened? What happened with STIIIZY?
One of California's biggest brands, one of California's biggest retailers, is also one of California's biggest landlords for trap shops.
You know, all these different, avenues now that's happening that we're out the way now.
In it. You can actually learn these things.
So what happens is, like I told my brothers and sisters that's still in the legacy, that's still in the trap. It's just that right now we hit a crossroads. And if I could give you like an analogy, sort of like if it was alcohol and it was like the mob days, this is where we at with it. So I always tell them, you could either be Al Capone. He made a lot of bread. He's infamous. He did his numbers, but when he ended, his legacy ended and his wealth ended. Or you could be John F. Kennedy's father that was a bootlegger, did the same shit that Al Capone did, but when the shit went legal, alcohol, he crossed over and put his son in the White House. So right now we hit a crossroads where you could be Al Capone or you could be him. It's up to you. I want to be him.
Yeah.
I want to
set it up.
You get what I'm trying to say? For the long term, the wealth. So. But everybody that's been putting it in got the choice to be either one right now because there's bread on both sides. It's just how you want to play it.
That's a fact.
All right.
So that's the way.
Shit.
You
You got what you wanted?
Happy Munkey.
Oh, man.
So y'all already know, go to happymunkey.com. Y'all see we got everything from candles we lit to the papers to the rolling trays to the ashtrays. We got everything on deck for y'all. Go to happymunkey.com. Tap in. Y'all see my sisters right here is entrepreneurs. Go tap in with them. They got products. They got different ventures, entertainment coming along. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, you're too blessed to be stressed. Things that get greater later. Always choose happy.
There you go.
Choose to be happy.
I love those words.
Good?
Good? All right.
Period.